Hey everybody, it's Pastor Misty with his Nail Scarred Hands Kingdom Ministries, and I'm back with another prophetic word. It's kind of a lyrical, but I'm not going to go through all the words. The song is Breakfast at Tiffany's, and it kept playing over and over in my head. And sorry about the noise, y'all. But that song kept playing over and over. I hadn't heard it for a while, but the part that played over is the guy asking the girl, the girl was like, what do we have in common, I guess? And he's like, well, what about breakfast at Tiffany's? And she said, well, as I recall, we both kind of hated it. And he said, well, that's one thing we've got. So that kept playing over and over in my head, y'all. Over and over and over, even maybe for a few days. And I looked on a license plate and it said Tiffany. So that confirmed it that much more that, yeah, I need to make this video. And I've sat on it for a minute and I shouldn't have. There's a few I've been sitting on. Okay, so anyway, y'all, when the Lord puts people together, he knows what he's doing. Things are not always what they look like, not always what they seem. And sometimes he'll put people in our lives that's unexpected, like you wouldn't think that you would have anything in common with this person, but you might have. He also said, there was a few of my videos that I was freezing, and I had put my hood on and sit out in the car. It was freezing out here, and nobody watched those on TikTok. They did on my YT channel, but not on TikTok. And I was like, wonder why, Lord? He said superficial, so it was kind of odd. But people go for what looks good. They go for what sounds good. They got itchy ears. But they want to do whatever looks good to them or whatever feels good to them. They don't want to do, because those two videos were like really, wow, for real to me, especially the vertebrae one. But the one where the guy was talking about not giving up and to pray every day, the way he did it, just the motions and stuff, and I was like, really, Lord? Those are like two huge things, and because of the way that I look, they don't want to watch them. Superficial, he said. Okay, so there might be somebody that doesn't quite look right to you in the first place. 3, 2, 1. You don't think you have anything in common. You might think that the Lord couldn't have sent this person. Why would he do that? You don't know what God has in store. You don't know what God has planned. If he told you everything, it would overwhelm you. You don't know. So you need to pray about everything. You need to ask the Lord instead of just blowing everything off. Don't be superficial. You might miss your blessing big time. Like, seriously. The Lord walks me into blessings a lot. There's things that he's walked me into in my family that was totally, completely unexpected. And the Lord never ceases to amaze me. So when he tells me, that he's going to be sending people into our lives, into certain people's lives that may not look or sound like they want. That was a weird thing. He's telling you may miss your blessing, just like the person that was on the rooftop, went all the way up to the rooftop, and it people going by on boats and them trying to help that person, and they said, no, God will help me. And then they drowned it, and when they got to heaven, God said, I sent you help so many times and you didn't take it. It wasn't what they thought it should look like. It's not what they thought it should sound like. They wanted something that they could, eye candy right then and there. They wanted to know without a doubt. They wanted their ears to be itched real good and, hit that spot so that they could be all good and comfortable. But sometimes the Lord's going to pull you up out of your comfort zone, because that's how we level up. When a shift comes, you ain't comfortable. You're very uncomfortable. But that's how you move up. When you're being purged, that's not comfortable. It's not at all. It's horrible. But when you're purged and the Lord 555 and the Lord gets done, it's all worth it, y'all. So, you've got to seek the Lord out. Let him let you know if this person that he's sending that you don't think he would ever send is going to be somebody he's sending. Because if you miss out, that's on you. You don't have to obey. He's not going to make you. He's a gentleman. He's not going to force himself on nobody. He's not going to make you serve him. He's not going to make you love him. He's not going to make you do anything at all. He wants you to come willingly. Like Jesus took all our sins on himself and died for us and took our place willingly. Like a lamb led to slaughter, he never opened his mouth. And this is just a person coming into your life that's, that you think is less likely to be sent from God. But if you don't take the time to find out, you might be missing out on something horrible because you want to be superficial, and that's sad. You might literally be missing out on your word, your blessing, your level. Some things the Lord will, it's a time and a season, and it's going to come to pass regardless. Some things. But some things, you have to make that choice. Because if you don't make the choice to do what you're supposed to do, he'll put somebody else there. I've seen divine replacements. And I don't know if this person is your kingdom spouse or a destiny helper or a friend or somebody there for a reason, somebody there for a season, a lesson. I don't know. The Lord just said he was going to send some unlikely people. It's going to be like breakfast at Tiffany's. You're going to think, no, that person, we ain't got nothing in common. Why would we, not how I thought they'd look, or blah, blah, blah. And then you miss out. And the Lord don't want you to miss out. He knows what he's doing. Do you? He knows what's best. But when we meddle, don't he have to come by and clean it up a lot? So, choose wisely, y'all. All right. Until next time, stay humbled and stay blessed.